Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video, we're going to talk about Warhammer 40k because I just went and signed up for a tournament that's in about a month and I have zero idea what I'm doing. Well, that's a little bit of a lie. I have some idea. I've played a couple of games of 9th edition now. I've been playing 40k for a while. I didn't play much at 8th. I played at the very start of 8th edition. Pretty much didn't play majority of the 8th edition. Was much more into Age of Sigmar. But I am really enjoying playing 40k again, getting into the game, painting up the miniatures. And there was a massive 3-day event at my local scene in Adelaide, South Australia. And so I want to get on to the next one. And there's a 1-day coming up in a month. I think it's 2,000 points. I haven't checked, I haven't seen a player's pack, so I'm going to assume it's 2,000 points. And with all of that, I'm going to be taking my Eldar. And the only army I've got about 2,000 points of, I need to get some of it painted up. But what I'm going to do today is, I think I figured out a list. I want to talk about maybe, and get some ideas from all of you guys that maybe have a little bit more experience with Eldar, on some of the little details I can use to fine-tune the list and figure out those last few hundred points I've got spare, because I didn't put upgrades on anything and I've got about 1,700 points of Eldar, just over, I think it's close to 1,800 points of Eldar with like very minor upgrades based on like what I built the models as. And so yeah, I want to get everyone's opinions, show how bad I'm going to do, and take a look at the models I've got and see what we can come up with for my Eldar to get me into this first event and just have a good time. I'm there to learn, have a good time, and get back into 40k. I'm probably going to come dead last, so we'll see how we all go. But let's get cracking on. We'll look at the models I've got, talk about them, and then I'd love to get everyone's thoughts and opinions on what we should do with the army. And so here we have what I have for my army. I understand this is probably terrible for a competitive 40k event, but the event I'm going to is like a friendly event side by side with a South Australian Masters event from what I gather. But anyway, it'd be a great place to meet a ton of people in the community that I can sort of mingle with and get to know more people and get to know the community more. But anyway, I will be playing Ulthway. I think that's set in stone for those who, I guess, are coming from 40k and don't know me as well on the channel. If I paint something up like something, I'm going to play it like that. And I've got Eldrad in my army as he's my favourite 40k character. So I'll be playing Ulthway because I want to use Eldrad. And that should start off the list. I have Eldrad Ulthrin. I then have a second Farseer and a Warlock. I understand the Warlock's not a HQ, is he? I'm still coming to terms with like how those sort of things all work around the army. But anyway, that's my HQ options now. I do also have, for troops, 3 into 10 Dire Avengers. They've got different weapon loadouts. One's got the Twin Avenger catapults, and the other two have Dire Swords. I've then got 10 Guardian Defenders, no weapon team with them. 5 Rangers, they are the old metal sculpts, not even the current ones. The really old metal ones. 10 Warp Spiders, the X-Arch has Power Blades and the Twin Death Spinners. 2 Vipers, one equipped with a Scatter Laser and one with a Star Cannon. I wrote 10 Warp Spiders there twice, that should only be once. And then a Wraith Lord with a Flamer, Shuriken Catapult, Ghost Glaive, and a Star Cannon on his shoulder. 2 Wave Serpents, one with Star Cannons, the other with Bright Lances. Should come as no surprise, I like Star Cannons. And Crimson Hunter, which you can understand, I think I can just take it as a Crimson Hunter X-Arch, can't I? But that all comes to about 1,750-ish points. Now, on top of this, I do have some Harlequins, and I'll put them in the next slide talking about the amount of Harlequins, but is it true that they're changing and that I can't take Harlequins? I'm not completely sure on my Force Org rules with 40k sort of intermingling stuff, but I think that's ending is what I'm gathering from all of this. Like I said, I have very little idea on 40k. I know the basis of how to play the game and roll dice, but more tactical building of lists and stuff like that, that's not my key. So if I could take those Harlequins with. Now, the reason I'm talking about all of this is it's likely I'm not going to be able to play with the new army book, because normally a lot of events run, well, with no FAQ, no play, and it's unlikely it's probably even going to be out by then. But I might have the new jet bikes. Maybe I'll be able to add some of them into the army. But I think the one thing I'm probably light on some anti-tank stuff. I've only got, you know, the Crimson Hunter and one of the Wave Serpents with Bright Lances. Is that enough? When combined with the rest of the stuff the army can do, I don't know. if I was going to grab another unit right now, I'm not sure what I would grab for Eldar right now, because I don't want to grab anything that's going to be, I guess, replaced. So maybe like Falcons or Fire Prisms. Tanks look like the ones that aren't going to be replaced, so maybe I'll grab a tank if I grab anything else. But this is probably what it's looking like. Maybe add another unit or maybe another HQ option. But what do people think here? What should like the upgrades on like the Farseers? What spells should I be taking, or psychic power should I be taking on the Farseers? Upgrades for the X-Archers and stuff like that. Any information is useful information to me in how I can get this army to work on the tabletop. And so, yeah, I did mention I'm not sure how the new Force Org stuff is going to work, but if I can run Harlequins with my Craftworld Eldar, totally fine with that. I do have a Death Jester, a Shadow Steer, a Troop Master, and 2x5 Harlequins, which are loaded to the teeth with a bunch of the special weapons. But, like I said, I'm really interested to hear everyone's thoughts and ideas on this. This is definitely going to be my first big entry into 40k, and you will expect to see a ton more 40k stuff on the channel as this sort of progresses. I'm looking to get into so many more games, and 40k is top of that list. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Please leave some thoughts down below, some ideas, some psychic powers you like seeing taken, and all of that. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone's thoughts. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment below and let us know what you enjoyed about the video. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel and turn those bell notifications on so you don't miss a beat when we upload new stuff to the channel. Lastly, if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so either by helping support the channel on Patreon or YouTube members. This allows us to continue to make new content for the channel, exploring other game systems outside of Warhammer Age of Sigmar, like we have started to with things like Elder Scrolls: A Call to Arms and Conquest: The Last Argument of Kings and Warhammer 40,000. And it helps us just continue to make more Age of Sigmar content as well. Thank you to, though, everyone who has helped support, and we'd like to give them all a shout out to our patrons. First of all, Christian Weir, James Soren, Greenskins Gaming, AJC, Kenny Lowe, Outer and Shop First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, Anton Nilsson, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, and Samuel. And to our YouTube members as well, Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Chris Wallace, Ronya, Vinny Lockloric, The Johnny 84, David Ellsworth, Revenar, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Sean Scott, and Diplomat. And a special thank you, of course, to, first of all, Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel you see here, and to Xmorphic, who does all the awesome background work on our Discord server, keeping that nice and running properly for us all. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Once again, stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against Grey. Ciao for now.